Hello everyone, this is Neha Tulsyan from Present Creation. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. I haven't been uploading a lot of haul videos recently, but I had to share this Amazon haul with you all. And if you're a crafter on tight budget or just like to spend your money mostly on stamps and dies like me, then again this video is for you. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crafty videos and hit that notification bell to get notified every time I upload a video. Now without much ado, let's get started. So I got this whiteboard eraser from Amazon to help me stamp with my stamping tool. We usually rub our hands or with any cloth on the door of your stamping tool to stamp images and get a crisp image, especially if the stamp is big or if it is a rubber stamp. But now you can use this whiteboard eraser. It just glides over the door of the stamping tool and it just helps to get a crisp image. Next, I got this set of blending brushes. This one is a pack of 10. You also get a pack of 5 and also you get different sizes of brushes. So here, let me open it quickly and show you how this all 10 brushes look. So here are my 10 brushes all out of the package. I like that they were all packed separately in clear bags and then put together in one big bag. I really like the white brush part and the colorful handles of these brushes. These brushes are very smooth to touch and nicely packed together. Now let me show you a little bit of blending on a sheet of cardstock with some Distress Oxide inks. And we can see if they work similarly or not. So here I'm using Spun Sugar and Picked Raspberry Distress Oxide inks. And I'm going to do some blending at the corner of a cardstock to show you how these brushes work. Since these brushes are new, I'm going to go into my ink pad couple of times in round circular motions to make sure my brush is nicely saturated. And then I'll go over the cardstock starting from the work surface in circular motions, slowly working my way to the cardstock. I tend to go a little heavy-handed, so I have to remind myself every time that I should start off of my cardstock and then work my way in so that I don't have any harsh lines while blending these beautiful colors. And of course, getting a good blend does take a lot of time, so you have to keep working that color and slowly blend the two colors to get a beautiful gradient look. Now going in with my next color, I'm using a separate brush here, but usually I like to keep one brush per family. But since I had a darker pink color brush in my set, I said why not? I should go ahead and use two brushes for this. But you can totally use one brush to ink up these two colors and have a good blend. You don't have to worry about the ink pads getting contaminated. Here I'm just going back with my lighter color and adding a little bit of color where the two colors meet, trying to get a good blend between both. I have not sped up the video today and this is in real time. This is just to show you that no matter what brush you're using, of course that plays a role too, but you need to give time and have patience and keep blending these colors to get a beautiful gradient. And here is how this looks. I really like it, from dark pink to light pink, from Picket Friends to Spun Sugar with blending brushes from Amazon. This is how I'm going to store these brushes. This is the clear blending brush holder. It holds up to 10 brushes and it's right now available on my Etsy store. The link is in the description box below. And it's gonna sit just in front of me on my work desk waiting for me to use it. I like that I have these rainbow color brushes and I also get this brown and gray color brushes in this set so that I can use them with my darker colors like the Black Soot and Vintage Photo Distress Oxide inks. I think I'm going to buy one more set of these brushes to use with my distress inks. I'm just liking the whole look of it, the color, the storage, it just makes me happy. Next is this electric sharpener from Amazon. It's from a brand called Jarlink. We already have one of these in our house and it's working perfectly, but I wanted another one for my craft room. Since my craft room is downstairs, it's difficult for me to move the sharpener every now and then. So I thought it's a good idea to get a new one for my craft room. Comes with this suction cups at the bottom that will sit on your work surface and hold the work surface properly so that the sharpener doesn't move while you're sharpening the pencil. And it comes with a long cord that I really like. And it has these 3 settings. And you can choose between these 3 settings depending on how sharp you want your pencil to be. Let me just hook it up and show you how beautifully it sharpens the pencil. Here are my Prismacolor pencils that I haven't used for a long time. So they're just sitting like that and none of them are sharpened. So I'm going to sharpen each one of them today. So here I'm sharpening my first pencil on the lowest setting. You can call it as the first setting or the lowest setting. And I did not get a sharpened tip as I would want. So I went with the second setting and I was happy with it. And if you want a really sharp tip, then you can go for the highest or the third setting and use that to sharpen your pencil. And that will give you a really fine tip. So here are my pencils all sharpened and arranged properly. This just makes me want to sit in color. Look at all these beautiful colors and the tips you get after sharpening these pencils. And after sharpening all these 48 pencils, my sharpener bin is almost full. You can see the bin just glides out easily. I was just being careful not to drop these pencil shavings all over. Clean this and it is ready to sharpen more pencils for you. Next item is this car cleaning towel that works as a stamp cleaner in our craft room. I got 4 of these in a pack. And the size of each one of these is pretty huge too. It's almost 4 times the size of a regular stamp chamois that we use. So I like to use my scissors and trim it off in quarters so that I can use one of the quarter for cleaning my stamps. I can store the rest of it in a Ziploc bag and it will stay good for a long time. I really like the price point on these. You almost get 16 times more than what you usually get when you buy a regular stamp chamois. I'm going to test it out to show you that it works beautifully and it cleans your stamps very nicely. Here I have a clear sentiment stamp and I have inked it up using jet black ink from Lawn Fawn. I'm using my towel here to clean the stamp. I did not use any kind of cleaner. I simply wet it with water. It comes moist, but I washed it with water to make sure there are no chemicals or solution in the towel. And you can see our clear stamp is nicely cleaned. And I have a long way before I have to buy another set of these towels to clean my stamps. Lastly, I wanted to share these cardstocks from Amazon. These are accent opaque digital cardstocks in 120 lbs and 80 lbs. But the main thing you want to look at while buying these cardstocks are the GSM. That's still the true weight of the cardstock. So for this one, it's 325 GSM, which is pretty good and pretty heavyweight cardstock. And for the 80 lbs, it's 216 GSM, which is nice too. These cardstock are pretty cheap when compared to Nina Solo White cardstocks, which is the cardstock commonly used by us crafters. And I love Nina Solo White cardstocks. I still have them, even have been using these accent cardstocks for long. I think they are the best, but sometimes you need an alternative when you are going through a lot of cardstocks or you are just not able to spend so much on Nina Solo White cardstocks. A cheaper option is good to have. So here I'm comparing both the cardstocks side by side. On the right I have my accent cardstocks and on the left I have the Nina, and I'm first comparing the 80 lbs cardstock, and they both feel almost same in the weight as per the weight of the cardstock. For the white color, I feel that the accent cardstocks are more wider when compared to Nina. Nina has a little creamish touch, but accent cardstocks are more whiter. I don't know if you can tell that on camera, but you can really feel that in real life. I usually like my Nina 80 pound cardstock for Copic coloring, and I use Nina 110 pound for card bases. But lately I have been using my accent cardstock, the heavyweight for the card bases, and also when I am trying to make shaker cards or any such interactive cards, I like to use the heavyweight cardstock for stability. And I've also tried these cardstocks for Copic coloring, and I must say that they are not bad. I still prefer Nina over these cardstocks when I am using my alcohol markers. But if you know that you're going for a simple coloring and not a lot of layers of color are gonna go on your image, you can totally use the accent cardstock. So here I'm doing a quick comparison using my Copic markers. Using my R markers, I'm doing some simple blending here. On the left is my Nina Solo White 80-pound cardstock. On the right that I'm coloring on is my accent cardstock in 80 lbs. And here you can see the comparison between both. Top is my accent cardstock and bottom is my Nina Solo White cardstock, and both seems to work nicely with Copic markers. I have used my Copic markers here, but you can use any alcohol based markers with these cardstock. Now let's do a quick ink blending comparison between the two cardstocks. A lot of people prefer the Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock for ink blending, but I like to use my Nina, and lately I have been using a lot of accent opaque cardstock for all the blending. Here I'm just inking up the corner of the accent cardstock using Abandoned Coral Distress Oxide ink and my blending brush. Now I'm going to quickly ink up the corner of the Nina Solo White 80-pound cardstock. And here you can see both of them side by side. Top is the accent cardstock and bottom is the Nina Solo White cardstock. And I don't really see any difference here. I mean, the results are almost same. Then why pay more and go for a expensive cardstock when you can have the same results on a cheaper one? So that's it for me today. Let me know in the comment section below which of these products are your favorite, or if you liked any of these products, or if you have ever used or have been using one of these products. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you would like me to do more such haul videos for you. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.